Some days it feels like we're swimming upstream, fighting against a current, one that wants to pull us along, to pull us down, under, to squeeze the air from our lungs and leave us floating limply. But we keep swimming, not to make progress along that river, no. We swim to stay afloat. We keep swimming for those that were taken by that river long ago. And some of you here, some of you won't know those names, those faces that were lost, but they fell so that you could stand. You might think that we're safe here, and for now, we are. But there are still men like the Phoenix out there who would see our way of life pushed far, far downriver. Each cycle of the moon, more torches are added to that hill. They symbolize those who have lost. And everything we do today is so that we don't have to light one of those for you. This war will not last forever. One day there will be peace. We'll kick our feet up and we will enjoy the life we have fought so hard to live. But that day is not today. Today, we keep thrashing to keep our heads above, and together, we help those that are struggling. Soon, we'll go to war again. This time, it'll be to finish it. Sharpen your blades, knock your bolts. We're in this together. Unbroken, we still stand strong. Kia ora, Legionnaires, Rycon here, and welcome back to Kenshi. We're here in Sand City, where we can see all our wonderful folks running around doing what they do best, and we are still expanding. Our Iron District is growing, and over here in our Leaf District, we have some batteries that are getting added in, and is working very hard on making us some fuel, which is going to effectively be used to keep these backup generators ready to go. We've already got 29 units of fuel, so once we have 100, I believe the Ant will stop working on it, and I feel like that's going to be enough to be able to see us through any hardships. These battery banks are going to allow us to just have so much more in the way of power stored as well, because we do use quite a bit of power, and well, it's going to be good to have decent kind of banks because the wind is not always blowing. At the moment, I think it is actually starting to drop down a little bit here. Yeah, but even then, we are still producing way more power than we need. So being able to store it is going to be fantastic. We are still trying to get another ore drill and maybe even another up and running before long because we need to get more iron coming in. We have like a little bit of a kind of, I guess you'd say a shortage. We are trying to get it in here as well, and I think it is coming across relatively quickly, but those iron plates are going right out and going into things like the steel refineries, which I think we might actually just disable until we can get a few more of them up and running. So for the time being, I think we are going to go and just turn these machines off. That way, we're not going to be producing extra steel. Right now, we need the iron plates more than we need the steel bars, so we'll go ahead and just leave those all off currently. That means that we'll slowly but surely start to see those iron plates climb back up, and with that, we'll be able to build this so that we can actually get some more iron coming out of here, because the thing is, it comes out pretty quickly. It's just a question of getting the iron over towards where it needs to go. We have people that are meant to be running it, but yeah, I think I'm going to have to just dump into those work orders and make sure that it's actually happening. And right now I have Gary, Ridley, our pack bull, and Bulu. We've got them heading out together on a little bit of a supply run. You will see that it does say they're malnourished. They have had something to eat. They're going to be coming back from that at some point. Gary has a whole heap of just mostly junk that we're wanting to sell. But we're wanting to buy a whole heap of backpacks while we're out here in the world. We're wanting to get the ones where we can stack primarily, and that's going to be for our workers who need to do a fair amount of hauling. And, well, if we get the chance when we're out there to recruit some more troops, we'll be certainly doing that too. Thankfully, our Ordril has finished being constructed, and Kang is going to be our operator for that. You can see the rest of them are all being used at the moment and will be producing iron. Some of them are going to be performing at a much higher rate than others. We can see Makani here has a laboring skill of 16 at the moment versus someone like Oberlin who has a laboring score of, well, a lot more. But now that we have 5 of these things running, we should see those plates moving out faster, and it looks like a battery bank has just been completed there. Yeah, we're slowly but surely going to start to see that increase. Give us all the power, please. And our travelers have arrived. We do have the rum that we're wanting to sell. However, I don't think the rum is going to sell for all that much. We can do some extra trading here, so we might do that too. What we're going to want to try and do with Ridley is try and track down some green fruit, and that's probably going to mean traveling quite far, and more than likely traveling into Holy Nation territory, which isn't exactly what we want to be doing right now, but we might not have too much of a choice. Now, Gary, we are just going to start selling just some of the crap that we have in here, which we kind of have lots and lots of double ups of. We've got a whole heap of things that we can sell, but we'll go ahead and just give those away for now. As for our rum, we can see that it's only 82%, but that's still something. So we'll go ahead and take most of their cats for that. And we can see that ours is slowly getting just that little bit higher. Let's see. Talking about High Inquisitors being murdered. I thought we could talk to one of them, but of course, Gary can't talk. Stick. And they are just bodyguards. We don't need any bodyguards right now, but we'll dip into here to see if there's anyone that we can recruit. And there's a few people here in the bar. There's a chance that we might be able to yet. Well, we were able to get one individual from here, Glass. So Glass, we need you to run on back down towards Sand City. We've just pointed you in the right direction, and we'll see how we'll be able to best use you once you make your way down there. As for the others, we will actually return because we can probably make use of some of the extra space on our pack balls just to sell some of the things that we don't need anymore. I don't think we're going to have a scenario in which we sell the Gurgler's head yet, but we've got a whole heap of armor and stuff like that that's just kind of lazing around there that I'm sure we can make use of. Well, I have to say I'm happy to see some of these getting made. It looks like Sand is doing the primary construction on this. We're going to hold off making any steel bars until we finish these battery banks. Sand, I appreciate what you're doing, my friend. Let's get that stuff built. And that is another battery bank completed. You will notice that the wind has stopped here, so what we're going to do is go and turn the power on these generators, and we'll see if we can get enough power from them to be able to keep things running. That should be all 4 up and running there, and yes, it is just enough to cover us while we are without wind. So we're going to let that just tick on by. We're probably going to have to get these refilled, so we'll just look at getting Ant to do that potentially. Yeah, we've got more than enough fuel. I think it's time we start loading them up. And there we go. They are all locked and loaded, and they're going to be running for more than enough time. Sand is going to continue working on these battery banks so that when this happens, we'll just have a lot more to go through. But it's nice to know that we're not fully reliant on the wind now, and that this fuel burns at a rate that we're going to be able to kind of maintain this for a decent while. It doesn't seem like we're without wind for more than a day or so, so I'm hoping that we can just ride out those periods as we keep our production up and keep things rolling here. Sand is currently working on that final battery bank, Firebone and Kidji jumping in, and that is the last one done. We have 4,200 power now, which should be enough to keep this even without our generators turned on for a really decent while. Come back, wind, though. We need you. Well, I don't want to upset the balance that we have at the moment, but we should have a decent stockpile of these plates, and that we do. We can see that we're starting to really build them up. So we could maybe just get one of these up and running for now. We'll go ahead and turn it on. And we can see that it is going to be using a little bit more power. We seem to be just kind of fluctuating there. I think we'll be okay. Yeah, we're going up and down, up and down. We are still storing more, and the trickle rate is so slow that I don't think we're going to really see us lose all that much. But I would like to see someone here full time, so we'll see who's meant to be here, and I think that could be Hanbu. Let's see what we can do. Just looking in on our weapons and our armor, and we're looking pretty good. We've got a few spiked clubs, some edge type 1 spiked clubs in here, and some staffs for our new recruits. Unfortunately, I've only just realized now, I haven't actually been recording for a little while. Yeah, fun times. So I don't know how much we've actually missed out on, but it's probably a good thing as well, because it means that we've advanced more. Our travelers are out on the road. Ridley and our pack balls are out there. They've been to Admag, they've been to the way station, now they're just heading to Squin. Ridley has managed to find a few folks to join up with us, Bars, Bap and Jirich, who are going to be staying as close as they can to Ridley on this journey. We're going to try and make our way up to Squin, to the hub, then to Stack and or Bad Teeth, hoping to find some green fruit up there. We've just been picking up things like backpacks and all the rest, and we've been selling off a whole heap of things. I think we still have quite a bit loaded up on this pack ball here. We are trying to increase our lighting around our steel refineries so that they can stay nice and lit, and more torches are slowly but surely being added to our Memorial Hill here. Things are running pretty smoothly in Sand City, and I don't think we've had any, well, raids come our way at all. We've not been forgotten about, but the Holy Nation is in such a position now where they don't really have any other choice but turtling. Yeah. Before long, we are going to take a few of our folks from the Iron District out just to patrol the area and to see if anyone else has popped back here to this location where we know that some exiles have been in the past. I'm not sure what the population is there at the moment because we haven't been there for a while, but it's worth us having... Oh, dead. I guess they've stayed dead, which is a good thing. We can patrol the area though to see if we can find some other enemies. Really, this area has been pretty safe for us overall. In terms of places that we could have put down our roots, it ain't half bad. I've added some new lights, and we've also added another ore drill around here so that we can get even more on its way in. And some good news, our travelers have made it to Squin. We're going to see if we can have Bars talking for us at the moment, spitting some sweet bars, because, well, Shek like dealing with Shek more often than not, so let's see. Oh, you're not even Shek. Well, I mean, I guess there we go. We can get some wooden backpacks from here, which is exactly what we want. Gary, we're going to go ahead and just put those into your inventory for now. As for the other backpacks, I mean, they are a little bit more expensive, but I think having bags for everyone is going to be worthwhile. Maybe getting another dog backpack could be worth it, but at the same time, we don't really use Dogmeat's one all that much. I think it's only really useful for when Sand goes out on his adventures and has Dogmeat along for the ride, so I think we've kind of got that sorted. We'll pick up the small backpack as well. It's cost us a bit to be able to do that, but that's okay, and we'll get the Tech Hunters map as well. So I think that should be that. Can we read it from your inventory? We can. Fantastic. At the same time, let's see. We did just give them a bit of funding, so Bars will try and sell some of the goods that are on our pack ball here. We can sell this, definitely. We'll go ahead and trade you in. And you? How much are we actually getting for you here? There we go. Just under 1,000 cats, so, I mean, it's not terrible. That's a little bit less. That's okay. It's things that we just had on the floor anyway, so being able to sell off floor goods is certainly worth it. There we go. And sure, we'll do those toothpicks. And I think that's everything, all the junk that we were going to sell off. So I'm pretty happy with that, and it does still give us some cats to use when we get onto the other locations. Just jumping into the map here, where is this? Strange Town. Very interesting. Okay. We had made it to Katun. I think we made it to Morn. We haven't made it out to here. What would await us there, I wonder? I feel like that's a sand journey. Yeah, a sand and dog meat journey. Perhaps I will send sound out today. We do need to reach out to the world to see what is out there. That could be a damn good chance for us to find more allies or find goods that might actually help us in the long run. You're just someone's house. This is the bar. Let's go in there, bars. Alright, and we'll see if there is anyone here. No, things are pretty quiet overall. Yeah, no one that's really wanting to have a chat. I suppose we can check in some of the other locations. Let's do it. Jumping into the marketplace real quick, we will pick up some more leather here, and, well, maybe we should get some food before we leave town, huh, Ridley? Yeah, let's be smart. Well, this group is done for the time being. It's on to the hub for them, where there's not going to be much for us to get there. There's a chance we might be able to lure some unsuspecting folks into our grasp. No, that doesn't sound quite right. No, we'll be enlisting them. Yes, that's what we're doing. I am impressed. This lot are actually pretty fast. Ridley, we are going to move on into the bar, see if there's anyone interesting for us to have a word with. Everyone else around the city won't really have any interest in joining us, but there might be one or two here that, well, you might be able to persuade. Well, there was one individual here, Muto, who was willing to join us. We are going to go up towards the Shinobi Thieves just to see if they have anything interesting before we leave this place. And there isn't anything amazing. We don't want to sell anything here. Well, we don't actually really have anything to sell. Yeah, alright. Well, on to the next town then. We are going to be heading up towards Stack to see what we can grab there from the shack. Alright, team, let's be on our way. Well, unfortunately, our team has run into a little bit of trouble here in the form of hungry bandits. I'm pretty sure that this lot could take them, even though that some of them are unarmed. Mutuo not actually having a weapon on him, even though he does have some pretty good gear. Gary, however, will be able to absolutely decimate this group, so I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to get the others to start to run back here. We're going to put them all on block, just for the time being, to give them a little bit better of a chance. Our pack bulls are going to be taking a little bit of a hit here. So let's start moving in, and then as soon as Gary gets close, we're going to make sure that Gary starts to do the damage. And Ridley, obviously, we want to get you involved as well. I don't believe we did give you something, a plank. It's probably not the best weapon for you to have on the road, but this lot, I think we're going to be able to handle ourselves against. We're going to go attack all, and I think we are going to keep the rest of them on block, but Ridley, we are going to take you off passive, off block, and we'll see how we fare in this fight. Gary, let's just get you amongst it, and it looks like we've actually got some of the Shinobi Thieves helping us out here at the same time, so yeah, it's not going to take that long for us to win this fight out. Our pack bulls are really quite good as well. They seem to be quite quick at attacking. And Ridley taking a few hits here, but we're seeing their numbers just diminish greatly. Ridley's going to be a little bit slow with that blade, and I don't think it's one that she's actually used before. Let's just see what you're kind of skilled with. Yeah, definitely more katanas. We should have kept the katana on you. It's okay though. I think our animals are going to be able to do more than enough for us here. Unfortunately, our pack bull did take a bit of damage on their leg, and Bulu has gone unconscious. One really good hit to the head there was enough to do it, I think. Yeah, that is unfortunate. The others, they're just kind of waiting. They're ready should anything try to attack them. But I think with that last hit there, unfortunately our pack bull and Bulu went down, but we'll be able to get them healed up and back on the road before long. Well, Ridley has a little bit of work to do here. Just work through them bit by bit, get everyone at least a little bit healed so that we'll be able to carry along, and hopefully we won't run into too much other forms of trouble out here on the road. Let's get moving. We can see that the nighttime glow of Sand City is slowly starting to change. We're getting more lights popping up across the place. This is a city that doesn't often sleep. Well, mechanically, it never sleeps, but we're going to see this pop to life even more with these pockets of life where our industry is taking place. Yeah, it's going to be good to check back in on it from time to time just to see how much it is changing. Well, they've made it here, but it seems that Jericho is under attack. Ah, I see. We do have some trouble in the city, but it's nothing that this lot are going to be able to struggle with. Let's get to work on taking this group down. Hungry bandits in the city. The Sheik won't stand for that. Ridley, do what you can to defend our friends here, and I'm sure Gary and the other animals here are going to make quick work of them. Yeah, that didn't take long at all. Alright, let's have a look in these bars while all these fights are taking place to see if we can't track down some nice Sheik to join us. Unfortunately, nothing at our first location, but here we have a good chance to stock up on some backpacks. And it's predominantly large backpacks, which are a bit more expensive than probably what we're looking for, but I think investing in them now is just going to speed up our future progress. We always have the opportunity to try to make money in other ways. We have quite a few skeleton repair kits that we can sell for a fair amount, and I'm very tempted to do so. I think we're going to pick up maybe the other large backpack that's there. It doesn't leave us with too much, however, there is enough to buy these ancient military documents, and honestly the crumbling labs I think we might pick up as well. So we'll go ahead and do that. It does mean that we're going to have to do a trade run to elsewhere, but I think those two things could help us out in the future, especially when it comes to Sand wanting to explore the lands yet again. We've got an outpost there north of Black Desert City and some crumbling labs out that way as well. I think I really do want to explore more down that way through Katun, Morn, and then to this strange town. Yes, but let's see what else we can find here in Stack. Well, we managed to pick up one more in the form of whelp. Yes, whelp. And unfortunately, no green fruit here, so I think we're going to carry on towards Bad Teeth, and then we might have to see about, paying a visit to one of these holy farms. Whether or not we'll be able to purchase anything from those that reside there, well, I suppose we'll find out. One way or another, we need that green fruit, and we're going to have to do a run for some cats because we are at the bottom of ours. So we have our pack beast and ant, which are going to go on a little bit of a journey. Yes. And we're going to be stripping you away from your fuel making process, and we're going to go on a little bit of a run. Yes, let's get moving, huh? And there you are, on our way. And it looks like we might have a little bit of trouble here on the road. We have a member of the Holy Nation chasing down Gary, but I think Gary's going to be able to get away here. We did go past this small little fortress here, where I think they more than likely have some folks in here. Oh, it seems like it's mostly their traders, but yeah, let's just keep on running if we can. If it looks like they're going to be trouble, Gary will need you to intervene. But I think for now, we're okay. Oh, Gary, you're fast when you need to be. Oh, wow. Yeah, you know what? I think it's probably going to be better if we take this one down. Gary, I want you to go ahead and turn around and start attacking. We're going to get our two pack bulls to do the same. So let's see how... Oh, okay. I mean, they're not great fighters yet. And we can see that, well, that armor is going to protect them a fair bit from those hits, but if we can get one or two good, strong, solid hits in here, we'll be looking okay. The rest of our troop are safe. We are going to make sure that they come back, though, because we want to make our animals nice and healed. 68 damage there. Good. That's the kind of stuff that we need. Let's just try and get the stomach or the chest down here. Don't seem to be getting anything on the head. One more solid shot here will be enough to take him down. Come on. Just one of you now. Okay, that's something. There we go. Okay, all right, Ridley, come over, do what you need to do quickly, and then we'll be back on the road before long. You just stay unconscious there, fool. As for Ant and our pack beast, well, we're going to make a little bit by selling rum, first of all, and then selling all these other little bits and pieces, and it looks like we'll be able to sell, for 86%. Yeah, they don't seem to sell as well here, but we still get a fair amount from them. And right now, we just need that instant influx of cats and let's get you running back. I did see for a moment that it looked like Barguk was engaging something, and a farm trader is on their way to Sand City. Well, that could be potentially useful, especially if they have green fruit. I mean, that's what we're looking for, really. Just a whole heap of that. We can see that a lot of the things that we've sold here in the past are still here, and they have not gotten any new funds in here for a long time. Doesn't look like there might be one person of interest here. This fellow, who is a plastic surgeon. Well, we're not going to worry about that for now, and go ahead and team up with our pack beast, and it looks like we are going to have to continue on towards Squin for the time being. So the two of you head off, and Barguk, let's just check in with you and see how you're doing. What are you doing? Rather, who are you aiming at? Looks like you've kind of got that turned around backwards there, my friend. What is it that's got you spooked? There's something very, very far out there, but I think that's just an ally, a Shek warrior wandering around. Yeah, very interesting. Barguk does have a very good sight. I mean, he can usually see an enemy from very, very far away. I'm just going to swap onto this one here and see. I mean, he's certainly aiming at something. Let's try and see if we can get the vector. It's out here somewhere. Could be something that's nearly dead and is crawling about. What is it then, It's kind of like when a cat looks like they're looking at something. I mean, I'm sure there is something dangerous out here somewhere, but I sure as hell can't see it, and I've got YouTube goggles on, so yeah, I think we're safe. I think we're fine. Barguk, even if something does come close, you're going to be able to take care of that for us. Easy as. As for our travelers, we can see bad teeth in the distance there, and some trouble over here. Oh great, we split up. Well, that's fantastic. That's really good. And it looks like the Holy Nation is starting to run in now, so let's go start taking off a little bit faster, and meet up with the others. Yeah, let's go get out of here. I think we might see a little bit of a throwdown here. Let's have a quick look. I think we've got Holy Nation and Shek warriors, quite possibly. It might have just been a trader. They seem to be passing by each other just fine. But bad teeth. Yes, I'm sure we can find some good things here. The entrance is over here. Good. I didn't know where we were going to be able to find that. So let's move on up towards it, where we're going to be able to hopefully get some more folks here and pick up some more supplies. I was really hoping to be able to find some green fruit from one of the traders, and we might even be able to find some from the marketplace here or the people out the front. Let's see what we can find, A little bit of detail here. We can notice out the back, the statue of the Phoenix has been toppled. Very nice. I am happy to see that. Well, we can buy some more leather here. We might as well. But unfortunately, still no green fruit. 'Tis the way that things are. Let's go have a word with some of these traders. There's a chance that they might have something different for us. What do you have there? Okay. No. A decent kind of range of things, but nothing that we're really looking for. That's unfortunate. Do you all have the same? I think you might. Very close to, slight variations. Well, let's head into the bar, see if there's anyone interesting, see what they're selling behind the bar as well. It's pretty quiet in here. We've got some shinobi thieves who are hanging out, who are friendly, but we can't really do too much with. Yeah, and nothing here. No one upstairs? We'll check out throughout the rest of the town, but this doesn't seem to be a very active one. Yeah, we've just got a police station, some local homes. We do have one other bar we can check in at. All right, let's give it a shot. And unfortunately, nothing interesting there either. There's some river raptors which are roaming in at the moment. We won't worry about them, but I think we're going to have to pay one of these holy farms a visit, so let's start to roam a little closer if we can. Yeah. Looks like we're going to be splitting up here. An interesting choice, but I'll let them do what they want to do. I'm sure they know what they're doing. I think we're going to be stopping probably around about there, or at least I thought that's what we were going to do. That way was certainly faster, but it looks like they're gonna actually meet up before long. Yeah, it should be just there around the corner. We are gonna stay with them for the time being because they are kind of in dangerous territory. Let's just check in as well on that farm trader. How close are you? That could be them there. We want to make sure that we are focusing on this group for the time being because, yeah, we could be running into some trouble otherwise. So, green fruit is what we're after, and they're probably keeping it somewhere here. These are green fruit farms? No, they're cotton. Okay. I see. There is someone that we could maybe talk to here. Are we going to be able to talk to you? No. I'm not surprised. And your animals will probably defend you. Well, it looks like the green fruit run might be bust for now. And you know what? That's okay. We still got what we wanted when we came out here, which was backpacks and extra people. We're coming back with an extra 5. So, yeah, not a bad run, Ridley. Let's go ahead and check in on Ant. Well, we were going to be checking in with Ant, but the hivers have arrived. And this is the farm trader, so I'm really hoping for something here. Sand, go have a chat with them, see what they want, head on out there, and we'll be sure to check in with our travelers as well. In just a moment, let's see those wares, and unfortunately, no wares that we want. We could pick up some books, but really at this stage, we're not going to be able to do anything with them. So, Sand, how about you just hop back into work? And sorry, farm trader, but you're not exactly what we were after. And it does look like Whelp is in a little bit of trouble. Oh no, is it the same guy? It is not the same guy, interestingly enough. But I think Whelp is going to be able to outpace them just fine. So are the others. Just keep on running, team. You'll be back home before you know it. As for Ant and our friendly pack beast, we're going to go ahead and sell a few things, and we're going to pick up those wooden backpacks while we're here because they're the kind of stackable backpacks that we're after. We could maybe pick up 1 or 2 of these large backpacks, but I want to try and keep some cats in the bank because, well, we're going to be heading out into the world again with Sand and dog meat in the next episode, and we might be going to these very ancient labs. Probably not this one in particular. Yeah, that is in a very different direction, but we are going to be seeing if we can make our way towards this strange town. Interesting that it would be called a strange town and that it showed up when we were trying to find like a laboratory or something tech related. So I think the course that Sand will run will probably take him to Shark first of all, and then past Shark down to Katun, and then from Katun to Morn. We could probably go from Shark to Morn. I imagine that will be a little bit easier for us to do. We'll see about that. We could always potentially try and run this way to this rune first. What this area is, I have no idea. It seems, well, it certainly looks acidic, so it might be worth us having some kind of extra protection before Sand goes out there. Perhaps even just a nice hat that can protect them from the rain. That is all for the next episode, though. And with Ant and our new pack beast running back home to Sand City, that's where we're going to be wrapping things up. I know it might not have seemed like we achieved too much in today's episode, but behind the scenes we certainly have. We've been outfitting those in the Iron District with new weapons, new armor, and preparing them for their training that is yet to come. Sand and others have been working tirelessly, and I feel like it's probably about time for Sand to have a little bit of a break and to head back out there into that wide world. More iron than ever before is being processed in our Iron District, and steel is slowly but surely getting made as well. Our fields are bringing in great amounts of food, keeping our people fed, and, well, it's eventually going to be the fuel of our armies as they march against the Holy Nation. But of course, as we know, the Holy Nation aren't the only threat out there to freedom in the world of Kenshi. The Unbroken may have to set their sights elsewhere once the Phoenix is snuffed out for that final time. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode. If you enjoyed today's, consider leaving a like or a comment to let me know if you enjoyed the show. For now, I have been Rycon. You have all been awesome. And until next time, stay tuned. And finally, I'd like to extend a great big thank you to our Legion on Patreon, who continue to make this content possible.